Hello, my friends. How are you? I'm so excited to be here today with you guys. I have something that's been on my mind, on my heart, that I really want to talk to you guys about. And just as an FYI, if you're inside our VIP group, we will be doing a deeper dive into this, and I'm going to give you a worksheet that's going to ask questions so that maybe you don't know what season you're in and you need help figuring that out. So come on in to my office. This is my office. Hi, Angel. Hi, Teresa. How are you guys? This is the office. Welcome to the office. And I have a craft room, I have an office, and I have a workshop. And you never know where you're going to see me. So I wanted to deep dive into a topic that it's real for everybody, no matter if you are on your personal journey or your professional journey. So I've been through every one of these seasons. You've been through every one of these seasons. And so I really wanted to talk to you today about what that looks like. Hold on one hot second because we need to get this fixed. There we go. Okay. So today, hello, my friends. I'm so glad to see you guys here. Seeing you on YouTube, on Facebook, I'm so glad to see you guys here. So today I want to talk about, dive into the seasons of life and the impact that it can have on your personal and professional life. So as we discuss this, I want to share my transformative journey with you first. It serves as my testament to the power of persevering through the tough seasons and embracing the promise of a brighter future, because I think that's what we all want to have. Again, if you're inside our VIP group, FYI, Module 5 is releasing today for our journey to self-discovery. So be on the lookout for that. And then there will also be a printout, a write-up, a worksheet, whatever you want to call it, that is going to dive deeper into what we're talking about today. So this gives you a little snippet of kind of what we talk about inside the VIP group. But if you're not in there, you're going to really gain some insight from this. So, like most people, when I started my business 12 years ago, let me just first off say my name is Beth. I am owner and creator here of the Ruffled Daisy. If you are new, let me know you're new. And I teach people how to DIY every part of their life, from their home to their heart to their business. So when I started my journey 12 years ago, it was obviously a season of excitement, anticipation, all of those things. And so, like the arrival of spring, I felt a sense of purpose. And so I started this journey to bring joy to people's lives by creating completed pieces that would make their home beautiful. That's what I did. I didn't go live and teach people how to paint. I literally just sold completed projects, completed pieces. People would send me their Pinterest dreams and I would bring them to life. And I still kind of do that, but it's a little bit different. And now I am more of a teacher for you on this journey. And so the passion, the energy that I poured into my business was absolutely amazing, and I experienced early success. However, as time went on, I started facing challenging seasons. A season that resembled winter in many ways. It was a period of uncertainty. It was a period of struggle where the initial momentum that you have when you start a business, was experiencing, started to wane. And it was a humbling experience, as it made me question my path and my purpose. There were things going on in my business, there were things going on in my personal life that really was making me question, again, my path and my purpose. And I knew that I had to dig deep into that in order to grow my business in a way that served my community better and served my mission better, when honestly I didn't even know what that was. I just got on and painted and created because I had a passion for it. I had an ability to do that. I had a talent. And so I started entering a season of winter. And so rather than succumbing to the discouragement, I use that time as an opportunity for self-reflection, introspection, trying to dig deeper into who I was, why I was doing what I was. And so during that season of self-discovery, I realized that my true calling extended beyond creating completed pieces. I yearned to inspire others to tap into their own creativity, to take their design aspirations into their own hands, and to find fulfillment in the process. And I know that many of you guys on here right now, we have Teresa, Michelle, Sherry, Carolyn, Deb, Angel. I know there are so many people on here that have gotten that. You have tapped into your creativity. You have been able to find fulfillment in creating things for yourselves, creating things for other people, and things like that. And so as I was doing that, a new season began. And it was a season of transformation and growth. And you guys know those seasons hurt. A lot of the times we fight those seasons. A lot of the times we push them away because we're comfortable where we are. And growth is scary. Change is scary. And so I began to shift my focus from providing finished products to empowering you to embrace your creativity, both in your home and your life. Okay? I wanted to show you that you too could create beauty and find purpose through your own artistic expression. Yes, I said artistic. And a lot of times when people say, call you an artist, people have called me an artist. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not an artist by any means. But that is actually what it is. So this shift that I was taking about 6 years ago in my business. So I started 12 years ago. And then about 6 years ago, that transition and shift really was taking hold, not only in my professional life, but also in my personal life. And so the shift allowed me to not only inspire people to make their homes beautiful, but to also leverage your creativity to generate income and bring your entrepreneurial dreams to life, if that was what you were wanting to do. So this whole evolution marked a season of both personal and professional growth. I began to expand my offering to include resources, guidance, and coaching that empowered you to not only create DIY projects for your home, but also in nurturing your hearts and growing your business. And to me, digging deeper into ourselves as human beings, living this life that we have been blessed with, was so important to me. It was during this season that I discovered the power of sharing my own story and journey, as it resonated with so many of you guys who were having similar struggles. So as I dove into the symbolism of each season, I was reflecting on my journey and where I have been, where I was going. Completely just lost my train of thoughts. It sucks getting old sometimes, you guys. So I want to know, have you experienced season of struggle and transformation in your business or personal life? If you don't have a business, I don't want you to hit the X button and go away, because this truly applies to personal and professional. And so I want you to ask yourself these questions. Have you experienced season of struggle and transformation in your business or personal life? How did you navigate through those challenging times? By opening up and sharing that, it not only helps you become a lot more grounded in who you are, but it helps other people in the process to know that they're not alone. So, your personal last 10 months, I love it. How did you navigate those challenging times? Did your focus and purpose shift along the way? I want you to share in the comments as we're talking, just like Michelle just did, so that, sometimes you don't really understand why you're where you're at. And a comment or something from someone else makes it click. You're like, oh, okay, that's where I'm at. This is where I'm at, even though it may not be where I want to be. And so you have to take each experience and embrace it for what it is, even if it's growth, even if it's pain, even if it's transition. So I want you to remember that even during the toughest seasons, there's hope. Just as winter leads to the rebirth of spring, your current struggles can push you to your future growth. So I want you to embrace the lessons you've learned, draw strength from your past journey, and trust that there is a better season on your horizon. Let me make sure I'm not missing any comments here. So let's talk about the seasons. And again, I want you to apply this to your personal life and your professional life. Even if you don't have a business of your own, because you guys, we have a professional life and we work outside in the world. And I don't want to say the real world because my business is in the real world. And so I want you to really think about this. And I'm going to go back through and read the comments when I'm done here. So please don't think that I'm ignoring you if you're chatting. But I want you guys to go ahead and just start chatting in the comments, and we can go back through and I can read through those and maybe give some more insight or things like that. So number one, I have a really, really good blog post on my blog that talks about the seasons of a woman's life. I would encourage you to go look for that. You can go search seasons, or no, it's Her Tree of Life. It's called Her Tree of Life. I will share it here on the page. Actually, let me just pull it up real quick and I can share it here in the comments and you can see. Hold on. I'm pretty sure it's called Her Tree of Life. I always have it's called Her Tree of Life. Actually, I'm going to read Her Tree of Life when this is done, but I'm going to go ahead and post this right here in the comments. Okay. There I shared it, but I am going to read it before we leave, okay? Oh, we're listening while walking the dogs. I hope. I should have been on my walk already because it's going to be 100 degrees here today. But I got to work in the workshop. I am sitting in the cool inside right now because it's going to be a hot one today. So let's go back. So in our season of winter, we often find ourselves in a period of stillness, reflection, preparation. So just like the trees and the dormant fields, it may seem as though nothing is happening on the surface. However, beneath the surface, roots are strengthening, ideas are germinating, and plans are being formulated. And we may not even always know what that means, but God is working under the surface of our winter. And so I want you to, when I say embrace the season, feel what that season is giving you. Feel what that season is teaching you. Even though we may not always know why that season is teaching us these things or why we are in the season that we are. So it is during winter that we lay the groundwork for future growth. And I am a firm believer that you will not be blessed with growth if you've not been through a winter. I believe that's fact. I believe that is just the way the life is. If you don't believe that, that's totally okay. But that is my firm belief that you have to go through winter if you want to go through a season of growth. So how can you embrace the stillness of winter in your life? I want you to ask yourself that question. What strategies and practices help you prepare for the seasons that are coming ahead? So then we move on to spring. As winter gives way to spring, we witness the transformation we witness the transformation of the world around us. So with spring, it brings a sense of renewal, growth, new beginnings. The air is filled with the scent of blooming flowers, and the landscapes now burst with vibrant colors. You all know this. We experience spring every year, and it's rejuvenating. It makes us feel inspired to do things. So just like it is in our personal and professional lives, the season of spring represents an opportunity for you to blossom and flourish. It's a time to embrace change. After you get out of winter, you have the willpower to say, okay, I'm going to embrace this change that's coming my way. You're going to step out of your comfort zone. You have the ability to step out of your comfort zone. Sometimes in winter, you don't want to step out of your comfort zone. You don't want to explore new possibilities. You don't want to do any of those things because you don't have the ability to do that yet because you're still in winter. You're still doing the introspection. You're still getting the things that you need from winter so that you can go to spring. So just as flowers bloom and emerge from the ground, in spring, we begin to take action. We begin to develop our skills. We begin to pursue our passions. So if you find yourself in the spring season, I want you to embrace the opportunities that come your way. Nurture your growth and let your true individual, your true passion unfold. I want you to just lean into that. And we don't always know where we're going with that. And I was there, but I don't want you to ignore it. Okay? Don't ignore it. Because you will never get through summer. You will never get through the next season if you don't embrace the opportunities that are in spring. So next we have summer. Summer, we experience abundance, warmth, vitality. The sun shines so brightly as it's doing here on our 100-degree hot day, as my son is at football practice on the football field right now on turf, and he is probably sweating his little tush off. But everything seems to thrive and flourish. In our personal life, summer can be a time of celebration, joy, fulfillment. Maybe it's, getting married and having that time of celebration, and you're in summer and things feel amazing because you have this great life ahead of you that you're going to live with your new husband. So in summer, we reap the rewards of our hard work and enjoy the fruits of our labor. In your professional life, summer you may experience it in the form of success, expansion, sense of achievement. You guys, last year, that was me. I had a lot of success last year. My business expanded a lot. I had a big sense of achievement. It's a season to shine brightly, make the most of your opportunities, and just bask in the abundance that life brings you. So if you find yourself in the season of summer, savor the moments of success, express gratitude for your achievements, and continue to nurture that growth. Last year was summer for me. Our lives, our personal lives, our professional lives do not follow the seasons of the world. And I think that you guys all know that. They do not follow the seasons of the world. And so your season may last a year. Your season may last 3 years. And I don't want you to give up hope if you are in a season that is a struggle. So what comes next? We move from summer to fall, a time of transition and change. So the vibrant colors of autumn remind us that change is inevitable and necessary for growth. In our personal lives, fall may require us to let go of things that no longer serve us, release old patterns, and make room for new possibilities. How many times have you had to do that? How many times have you had to leave a relationship, a friendship, because you were in a season of fall and you knew that wasn't going to be a relationship that was moving forward with you? So professionally, fall might be adapting to trends, reevaluating strategies that you're doing, embracing innovation. So while the season of fall can bring challenges and struggles, it also presents an opportunity for growth. So if you find yourself in the season of fall, embrace the changes, seek opportunities for growth, and just trust that new things are on the horizon, because this is all a circle that is ever moving, okay? That's probably not a really good analogy, but you're constantly in this circle, in this spiral. You always go through winter, spring, summer, fall, winter, spring, summer, fall. It's a constant circle. And so you're never going to end up being in summer and living there for the rest of time. It's not going to happen. So embrace where you are and understand what that season is trying to bring you, okay? So throughout all of these seasons, we experience growth, we experience learning. And so even though your journey leads you into tough seasons, you, me, your neighbor, your mom, your children, how hard is it to see our children go through these tough seasons? And we want to shelter them from that. I know that my son, my 20-year-old, he's going through a tough season right now. And it's the season of winter where he isn't seeing the fruits of any of his labor. He is struggling because he's making the transition between childhood and adulthood. Sometimes your progress seems slow. You're like, why am I doing this? I'm not getting anywhere. I'm just running in circles. And although the whole season thing is a circle, you don't want to feel like you're running in circles, okay? A lot of the obstacles can seem like you can't overcome them. But it's during those times that your determination and faith is tested. I want to say that again. It is during those times that your determination and faith is tested. I can tell you that for me personally, hold on. We have someone in here that needs to go away. Hold on. Let me go open Facebook and come to my live because we have someone in here that needs to go away. You are not welcome. You will not come on my page and talk like that. And so you will be removed and you will be banned immediately. Let's see. Forgive me. Let me go take care of this idiot. Forgive me. Let me go. There we go. Thank you for reporting it, Michelle. We have suspended him. So sorry about that, my friends. I'm so sorry about that. All right. Hopefully he doesn't come back on, but I will go. I can't ban people during a live, but I can go back and ban them after a live. So thank you for that. Holy moly, it amazes me the things that people say and the things that people do, but we're not going to focus on that. Okay. So it is during those times that our faith and determination is tested. And I know for a fact in my personal life that it's during those times of struggle, it's during those times of growth that I have leaned closer into God. I've probably questioned him more. Why are you putting me through this? I do not understand this. And there have been times that I fought him on that. But I can also tell you that the next seasons of growth have more for me when I don't fight it. Okay, because you're still going to go through the seasons even if you don't embrace them, even if you fight them, you're still going to go through them. You can experience the next season so much better if you don't fight it. Okay, so you may find yourself working harder, making sacrifices, and questioning if all of the efforts are ever going to turn into results. Okay. But just as winter gives way to spring, your current struggles are going to be what pushes you for future growth. Okay. So in my own journey, I experienced a challenging season, a prolonged winter of sorts. And this was about 6 years ago. It was a time of struggle and uncertainty. The initial success that I enjoyed faded away. I questioned my path. But it was during this season that I discovered the power of perseverance, resilience, self reflection. Oh, my, praise the Lord, the self reflection that I had. I used that time to reevaluate my purpose and realign my business with my true passion. It was through that transformation that I found my sense of direction and a greater connection with you guys. I will tell you guys that today, this community that we have here is so much more connected than it ever was when I was just creating completed pieces for you guys and selling them. That was what I was doing. I was painting and selling, painting and selling. And none of the other stuff, things like what we're talking about now, was in my business. And so since that time, when I've been able to sprinkle those things, because I am grounded in my purpose and my passion, we have a great community here. So right now, I'm going to be honest, I'm going through another season of winter. So it's been 6 years since my last winter. And I even was talking to God a couple months ago, and I was like, Dear Lord, I thought I learned everything I needed to know 6 years ago. What are you doing again? What are you doing again? This is hard. I hated where I was 6 years ago. But I loved who I was after I came out of that. I absolutely loved who I was when I came out of that. And so many of you guys know that my word of the year this year is discipline. And discipline is really hard to implement when you're in a season of struggle, because you want to go back to what's comfortable. And I am really digging deep and focusing in on the discipline that He is giving me the ability to even do, because in the past, I would just go back to what was normal. So just full disclosure for you guys, I am going through a season of winter again. It sucks. And it seems like everything that you have created and built in your seasons of spring and summer and fall, it seems like it all goes away when winter comes back. But it doesn't. It doesn't. All that stuff is still there. All the growth that you had is still inside of you, and you're just growing again. Let me give you kind of an analogy. Perennials, if you're not a gardener, I love gardening flowers. I'm not a vegetable gardener at all. Maybe someday in my next life I will be, but I doubt it's going to be this life. Perennials are flowers that come back year after year after year after year. You plant them once, and as long as you take care of them, they will come back year after year after year. And so, where was I going with that? Oh, I know what I was going to say. Your life is like a perennial. When you plant that perennial after your winter and you see the growth, okay, and then it dies away in fall and winter, and then next spring it grows, but it's fuller, it's bigger, it's taller, it has more blooms on it, and then it dies away again. And then during the winter, everything underneath the surface, I'm using my hands to talk, and I realize they're not even in the camera. I use my hands to talk a lot. So if you're coming to my in-person event, then know that I use my hands a lot to talk. You guys know that here. In winter, everything is working underneath the surface. And spring comes and it becomes fuller. It becomes more bold. It becomes more vibrant each year that it passes. I have perennials in my front yard that do that exact thing. They were small and dainty when I first planted them. But 5 years later, they're huge. They're big. They take the nutrients from the soil through the winter, from the fall, and the things that the soil absorbs that's going to help it grow. They take all that and grow bigger and more vibrant through the next season. So, if you find yourself in a tough season, number one, I'm right there with you, my friend. I am right there with you, my friend. But I want you to remember that these challenges are opportunities for growth. And I want you to just remember that. It's so hard to remember it when we are in trying times. It's so hard to remember it when things around you aren't working. But I want you to embrace the lessons that you learn, draw strength from your past journey, and truly trust that a better season is on the horizon. In the depths of winter, when the world seems still and silent, know that beneath the surface, the seeds of your future success are being sown. So, I want to now, since I've explained each season, I want to reflect on the lessons that you can learn from each season. How can you apply the attributes of winter, spring, summer, and fall to your own journey? And I want you to think about that. Reflect on your personal life. If you have a business, reflect on your personal life and your business separately. And how can you embrace the challenges and the uncertainties, knowing that they are for growth, they are for development, and things like that. Remember, they're hard to accept, but they will lead you to new horizons and greater fulfillment. So I want you to embrace the lessons that you've learned, that your business has evolved. Infuse your story and experiences into your journey, and recognize that growth and transformation are essential parts of the process. If we started our life as 30-year-olds, and we remained 30, how would life be? There would be no innovation. There would be no growth. And so this is a process that absolutely everyone experiences. You have winter. I have winter. Your sister has winter. Your brother has winter. Your mom, your best friend, the president. We all have winters, but we also all have summers. Okay? I am going to, like I said, if you are inside our VIP group, I'm going to be posting a worksheet for you guys that is going to help you understand the seasons more, because maybe you don't know what season you're in. You're like, because the seasons that are a little bit harder to recognize is spring and fall. Winter is when we're down. We are down. Things are working underneath the surface that we don't always know, we don't always feel, we don't always recognize. And then summer, we see it. We are on top of the world. We are growing. We are just full steam succeeding at everything that we do. And so the seasons that are a little bit more of a struggle to recognize if you're in them or not is spring and fall. And so if you are inside my VIP group, I'm going to help you figure out where you are in that season. Okay? I love you guys. I love doing talks like this. It's been a while. I was standing in the shower this morning. I'm going to go over here and look at the comments. I was standing in the shower this morning. I was like, I need to read from our Daily Sunshine book. And I pulled it out and opened to a page. And I was like, I'm not feeling that today. I'm not feeling that. And so I thought, okay, Lord, what do you want me to speak on? What do you want me to speak on? And this is what he gave me. And so I hope it helps you. I hope it inspires you. I hope it gives you encouragement if you are in a season of winter, because I'm going to be honest, I am too. This year is going to teach me a lot of things that maybe I learned 6 years ago, but maybe I'm learning different facets of it now. Or maybe it's things that I've never learned and I'm going to learn them now. So I want you to think about that. Michelle said, I started out feeling sorry for myself, and then the last 2 months I decided this is not how I want my journey to end. And so I've been doing a lot of self-care. I am 61 and it's my turn. Amen, Michelle. I love, love, love that you believe that about yourself now. Okay? We can stay in winter. We can definitely stay in winter if we choose to. But you're never going to stay in summer. Winter is a season that we can live in if we choose to. All the other seasons are cyclical if you allow them to be cyclical. Okay? Let's see. Do you think what you're sharing goes when you lose someone dear to you? Can you expand on that a little bit, Angel? I do believe that. Many of you know that I've lost a child. Losing that child, I still cry about it to this day when I talk about it, you guys. She would be 26 this year. I lost her when she was 10 weeks old. That was a period of winter. But I will tell you that as a young mom, I was 20. As a young mom, I didn't allow myself to let that winter mold me the way that it should have. And so each winter, I have to go through that again until you understand what it is that it's trying to teach you. So losing my daughter was definitely a period of winter. And let me back up a little bit. Different experiences in your life can follow different seasons than your life as a whole. Does that make sense? So throughout your life as a whole, in understanding who we are and growing to be better human beings in this world, we have seasons, okay? Just like we're talking about. Loss in our life, I think, follows the same seasons, but not always in line with the seasons of your inner being, if that makes sense. So I can be in a season of summer, but when it comes to this loss, I can still be in a season of winter. Okay, I can be in both, I feel like. And it may be different for you guys, okay? Just because I say this doesn't mean it's the all, okay? I believe that we can be in a season of summer, but that loss that we've experienced in our life can still be in a season of winter, okay? I don't know if that answered your question at all, Angel. Hi, Carolyn and Terry. Michelle said, like right now, I was just thinking, where's my coffee? I left my coffee in the workshop. Like right now, I feel like I am in summer, but watching my youngest girls go through winter. Being mom, you want to fix it. Thank you for this talk because it's important for them to go through winter. It really is. It is so hard. So hard to see your kids go through winter. Oh no, Cindy, did you get the text? Maybe just late? Because I think it's like a rolling text, like it doesn't shoot out to everybody the moment I send it. It's probably rolling. And so when I send a text, I should probably wait about 5 minutes before I actually go live. That way everybody is on. You fought your winter for 8 months and now you're like, why did I do that? And that's the amazing thing, Michelle, is that once we get through winter, we wonder why we fought it so much. You are not alone. Good morning, Cindy. The 7-year Jubilee is coming. Thank you for praying for me, Michelle. I need it just as much as you guys do. Sherry said, comfort is secure. However, it doesn't stretch you for new growth and new you. Amen. Sherry also said, we all have seasons, and sometimes seasons last longer for one person than it will for another. I think my winter has lasted longer than the actual season, and I am now seeing the sprouts of spring materializing. And that's true. That's true. Like I said, your season can last a year. Your season can last a couple years. I believe that seasons last, well, not all seasons. I believe that winter lasts longer when we aren't embracing it. That's my belief. You lost your aunt and she was like your second mom. Your mom passed when you were 10. I feel like you are losing so much. I'm so sorry to hear that, Angel. But you said yes, you made perfect sense. I'm glad that made sense to you. When I speak, and when I share my story, when I share things with anybody, it's just based on my experiences. And I want you to remember that when you're listening to me, when you're listening to a podcast, when you're listening to someone on TV, when you're listening to your pastor, when you're listening to anybody in this world, they are speaking based on where they are in life and what they've learned. And it could be such a different spot than where you are. And so I want you to recognize that. Okay. I'm ready for spring and summer. In my life anyway. This year is gonna be a year where the word discipline really it has implanted itself into my soul. And every day when I come up against a frustration, a struggle, when I question why, how long I have to go through this, I just keep going back to the word discipline, and I'm embracing the winter for what it is, even if it sucks. Because it does. Oh my gosh. He's back. He's back. We're going to ban you. You are not allowed here. There we go. Banned from page. Ha! Bye. Really, really, really not trying to be rude, but we've banned him from the page. Y'all, these people probably need to talk like this, but they are not in the mental mindset to receive it the way that it needs to be received. Ugh. All right. So, right, Vanessa? Oh my gosh, that was crazy. Vanessa, you need to go back and listen to this. I think it'll be a good one for you. God always knows what he's doing, trusting him through those trials and seasons, no matter what, he does come through for you. Yeah. And that's where I am this year. That's where I am. I'm in a season of winter, and it's a cold one, but we're going to make it. We're going to make it. So, and one of the things that as you progress through your life that I want to help you understand is that I didn't embrace my seasons of winters. When I had that winter 6 years ago, when I went through my biggest life transformation, I had winters before that, but I never embraced them fully. And so by embracing that one fully, even though it tore me to shreds inside, I believe it gives me the ability to endure this winter with more faith. Because I know that one was hard and I made it. I made it through. And I'm not tooting my own horn, but I was a better person on the other side of it. And so when you come to winter again, if you've experienced your previous winters the way that they were meant to have an impact on you, then it makes your future winters a little, I don't really want to say easier to handle, but you just have a little bit more faith in handling them. So I think that's all I have for you, beautiful ladies, today. I will be live later on doing another painting project with you guys. So I'll be live doing a painting project with you guys. Module 5 will be dropping inside the VIP group if you're in there. The very last module on your journey of self-discovery. If you are not inside the VIP group, those modules and this workbook has been gold. Not just for the ladies in there, but I know for me personally, because each time I go through, if I create something for you guys, I learn so much through the process as well. So if you're not inside that VIP group, you really should be in there. And I will probably convert this into a course that you can buy just one off, but you're going to get so much more if you're just inside that group. So, and you wouldn't have to buy the course. So that's all I have for you guys today. Is it Tuesday? No, it's Wednesday. I hope you have an amazing Wednesday, and I will see you next time. I love you guys. Bye.